catch some last promising thump of his heart. Martin sloshed to her side, his face a grimace of distress. He can't be. Like Megan, he felt for a pulse, checking Lou's wrist, though unlike Megan, he dropped the dead man's hand almost instantly, looking queasy. He wasn't a large man, was Martin Walsh, but neither was he so small that he couldn't hit a golf ball what looked like miles to Megan's untrained eyes. He was fit, dressed for casual warmth on the course, and trembling like a frightened animal. The whites of his eyes glared around their brown pupils, and his lips were already going blue. "It hasn't been an hour since we left him. He can't be this cold." "It's the water." Irish lakes might be pretty nearly at their warmest in mid-September, but the pond still had a bone-chilling heaviness. It had already penetrated Megan's thigh muscles and was draining the heat from her core. Standing waist-deep in numbing wetness, she felt the muck on the bottom of the pond seeping over her shoes and slowly offering a false sense of warmth. She gnawed her lower lip, staring at Lou's body, then made the decision and seized his arm, wading back toward the shore. "Megan, what are you doing? What are you doing?" Martin splashed after her, wake from his movement rolling ahead of them both. "He's dead. Shouldn't we leave the body where it is for the police?" "He might not be dead. Cold water shock can slow their metabolism way down. I want to try CPR, but it's a lot easier on shore. Get something warm. Take everybody's coats. There's a—" She got to shallower water and had to turn, grab Lou by the armpits and drag him the rest of the way to land. Lou MacDonald hadn't been a small man in life. Now, weighed down by pond water and the boneless relaxation of unconsciousness, Megan could have sworn he weighed about 1/4 ton. Her foot slipped on the overhanging pond lip, sandy soil breaking off to splash into the water, and she nearly lost her grip on the body. Teeth bared and breath short with concentration, she tried again, taking a large, awkward step back and straining to haul Lou up. She staggered, back aching, heart pounding so hard it blurred her vision, and shook her head, although whether she was saying, "No, I can't do it," or "No, I won't fail," even she didn't know. Martin, nearly green with horror, grabbed the dead man's legs and heaved him upward, as Megan scrambled backward with the bulk of his weight. A second heave got him all the way onto shore. Martin all but ran from the water as Megan fell onto her bum, then righted herself to hands and knees so she could turn Lou's head to the side. She fished in his mouth with a finger, pulling his tongue straight so it wouldn't choke him. Water dribbled from his mouth, and Megan heard Martin throwing up on the grass a few feet away. "Here!" One of the onlookers came forward with his coat. Other people came with him, offering help in increasingly loud, chaotic tones, until a matronly-sounding woman snapped, "Put them on top of each other on the ground and smooth them out. You and you, help this woman move the body onto the coats." Even in the midst of a crisis, a tiny spark of humour blossomed in Megan's chest when everyone fell into helping, unable to deny the Irish mammy voice. A few seconds later, Lou had been moved to the pile of coats. Megan crawled on them too, putting weight on his sternum in hopes of forcing water from his lungs. The coats were enough warmer than the damp ground that she became aware, very abruptly, of just how cold she was. Someone with a floral scent and long polished fingernails touched Megan's shoulder and spoke quietly. "Let me get this wet coat off you." Megan, still trying to force water from Lou's lungs, nodded. Between one push and the next, the woman stripped away Megan's chauffeur's jacket, then dropped a warm, puffy winter coat over her shoulders. A violent shiver started in Megan's gut and shuddered its way out. She shoved her arms through the coat's sleeves, wishing she dared stop to strip her wet shirt from beneath her coat, but except for that first mouthful, no water had come out of Lou yet. Megan didn't want to risk a hesitation that could cost the man his life. It felt like forever, although it surely wasn't really more than a minute or two, before someone said, "There's no water coming out." Megan snarled, "I know!" And only then, slowly, upon hearing someone else say it, began to realise what that actually meant. Lou had only expelled a mouthful of water, and that when she turned his head. She hadn't been able to force any more water out of him since, although she was both strong and trained to do that sort of thing correctly. Suddenly spent, she fell back from Lou's body, only then seeing that blood had pooled beneath his head, staining the light blue lining of someone's coat.